Paul Skenes. Paul Skenes is the latest generational talent trapped in mediocrity. His rookie campaign in 2024 was historic, finishing with a 1.96 ERA, the lowest by any rookie starting pitcher in MLB history. His 170 strikeouts and 947 WHIP in 23 starts earned him the NL Rookie of the Year award and a third-place finish in Cy Young voting. Yet the Pirates went 76-86, their sixth consecutive losing season. While Skenes dominated with 11 wins and became just the third player since 1906 to have at least 8 straight starts with 7 or more strikeouts at age 22 or younger since Dwight Gooden, Pittsburgh's offense ranked near the bottom of the league, scoring just 665 runs. The 2025 season for the Pirates has been even worse, and even with Skenes' MLB-leading 1.94 ERA and 2.20 ERA+, he has a 4-7 record, showing a complete lack of support from the Pirates' offense. The Pirates are currently 38-56, with Skenes pitching a 1.73 ERA in his last 13 starts that have added up to a tragic 1-5 record. According to Ryan Spader, if Pittsburgh could have given him even just 4 runs of support in each of his 42 starts, he would be 28-1. While the league average for run support according to Baseball Reference is 4.4. Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks is the epitome of excellence on terrible teams. Despite hitting 512 home runs and winning back-to-back MVP awards in 1958 and 1959, Banks never played in a single postseason game, the only player with 2,500 plus games to do so. In 1958, Banks hit .313 with an MLB-leading 47 homers and 129 RBIs, while posting 9.3 WAR. The Cubs finished 72-82, 20 games out of first. His 1959 MVP season saw him hit 45 homers with a league-leading 143 RBIs, posting an MLB-leading 10.2 WAR on the season, yet Chicago went 74-80. From 1953 to 1971, Banks' Cubs had just 6 winning seasons. While Banks revolutionized the shortstop position and set records, including setting the record at the time for the most single-season homers as a shortstop in 1958 with his MLB-leading 47, the Cubs averaged just 71 wins per season during his career. His individual brilliance, shown with his 11 All-Star selections, a Gold Glove, and first ballot Hall of Fame induction, couldn't overcome organizational dysfunction that saw the team experiment with rotating managers and consistently field subpar pitching staffs. Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani's Angels tenure represents the most egregious waste of talent in modern baseball. From 2018 to 2023, Ohtani won 2 unanimous MVP awards while the Angels went 401 and 469, never once making the playoffs or even having a single winning season. In 2021, he hit 46 homers with a 3.18 ERA and 156 strikeouts, becoming the first player since Babe Ruth to qualify as both a hitter and a pitcher, and the Angels went 77-85. His 2022 season saw him post 34 homers with a 2.33 ERA and 219 strikeouts, and the Angels finished 73-89. In 2023, Ohtani led the AL with 44 homers while going 10-5 with a 3.14 ERA, yet Los Angeles collapsed to 73-89 again. Despite having both Ohtani and Mike Trout, the Angels haven't had a single winning season since 2015. The team's inability to build a competent pitching staff and lack of offensive capabilities, as shown by their negative 343 run differential throughout this time, practically forced Ohtani to be a one-man army. His departure to the Dodgers for $700 million highlighted how the Angels squandered 6 years of the best talents baseball has ever seen, going from potential dynasty to tragic disappointment. If you enjoy these baseball explainer videos, consider leaving a like and subscribing, that way you never miss an upload. Joey Votto. Joey Votto's prime coincided with arguably the worst era in Cincinnati Reds history. The 2010 NL MVP hit .324 with 37 homers and a .1024 OPS, leading the league in on-base percentage and slugging, while the Reds went 91-71 but lost in the NLDS. While it seemed like the Reds had a great chance at real success, what actually happened was Votto being surrounded by mediocrity for an entire decade. From 2011 to 2021, despite Votto posting a .297 average, .930 OPS, and 241 home runs, the Reds had just 4 winning seasons and 0 playoff series wins. His 2017 season epitomized the waste of talent, with Votto slashing .320, .454, and .578 with 36 homers, finishing second in MVP voting while the Reds went 68-94. The six-time All-Star led the NL in on-base percentage 7 times, including an absurd 474 mark in 2012, yet Cincinnati averages 73 wins per season during his tenure. Votto's disciplined approach and elite hitting couldn't overcome rosters filled with replacement-level players and a front office that repeatedly failed to build around their franchise cornerstone. His career .409 on-base percentage ranks in the top 50 of all time, but team success remained frustratingly elusive throughout his 17-year career in Cincinnati. Ichiro Suzuki. Ichiro revolutionized baseball while the Seattle Mariners regressed into irrelevance. After winning MVP and Rookie of the Year in 2001 while leading Seattle to 116 wins, Ichiro watched the franchise struggle. From 2002 to 2012, despite Ichiro averaging 215 hits per season and making 9 All-Star teams, the Mariners never returned to the playoffs. His 2004 campaign saw him set the all-time MLB single-season hit record with 262 while batting .372, yet Seattle finished 63-99. During Ichiro's tenure, the Mariners had just 4 winning seasons after 2001, averaging 76 wins per season while he collected nearly 2,300 hits. His speed and contact skills helped him lead all of MLB in hits 7 times while stealing 438 bases, but it still couldn't compensate for Seattle's inability to develop pitching or acquire complementary stars. The organization's dysfunction meant baseball's most consistent hitter spent his prime years on teams that finished near the bottom of the standings more often than not. When Ichiro finally was traded in 2012, the Mariners had wasted 11 seasons of a first-ballot Hall of Famer who redefined what a leadoff hitter could be. Felix Hernandez. King Felix Hernandez exemplified ace-level pitching trapped on perpetually losing teams. The 2010 Cy Young winner went 13-12 with a .227 ERA and 232 strikeouts, while the Mariners finished 61-101. From 2005 to 2019, Hernandez posted a .169-136 record with a .342 ERA, 6 All-Star selections, and threw a perfect game. Yet Seattle made the playoffs exactly 0 times during his tenure. His peak from 2009 to 2014 saw him average 14 wins, a .273 ERA, and 226 strikeouts per season, while the Mariners averaged just 74 wins. In 2014, Hernandez led the AL with a .214 ERA and .915 WHIP, earning his second ERA title while Seattle missed the playoffs by 1 game, the closest he'd ever come to October baseball. The Mariners' offensive futility meant Hernandez received run support that ranked towards the bottom of the league among qualified starters in multiple seasons. His 2,524 strikeouts in a Seattle uniform came during an era where the franchise set records for playoff drought length. Hernandez retired without a single postseason inning, victimized by an organization that couldn't build a winner around their homegrown ace. Mike Trout. Mike Trout's career represents the greatest individual excellence surrounded by team failure in baseball history. The 3-time MVP led the AL in WAR for 5 straight seasons from 2012 to 2016, including 2 10-plus WAR seasons, while the Angels have made the playoffs just once during his career, getting swept in the ALDS. From 2012 to 2023, Trout slashed .301, .415, and .586 while slugging 363 homers, earned 11 All-Star selections, and finished top 2 in MVP voting 7 times. The Angels' record during that span? An abysmal 905 and 937. His 2016 season saw him lead all of MLB with 123 runs, 116 walks, and a .441 on-base percentage while posting 10.4 B-WAR, and the Angels went 74-88. Even paired with Shohei Ohtani from 2018 to 2023, the Angels averaged just 67 wins and 0 playoff appearances. Trout's individual numbers project him as an inner circle Hall of Famer, and his 86 career B-WAR through age 32 trails only legends like Willie Mays at the same age. Yet the Angels' organizational incompetence, inability to develop pitching, and poor roster construction have relegated one of baseball's best players to postseason irrelevance virtually every season. Tony Gwynn. While Tony Gwynn had some postseason success with the Padres, they didn't reach nearly the level they should have with him on the roster. In 1987, Gwynn hit .370 to win his second batting title and led MLB with 218 hits, yet the Padres went 65-97, finishing dead last in the NL West. His .329 average and Gold Glove defense in 1986 came during an 88-loss season. The 1994 strike-shortened season saw Gwynn chasing a .400 average, batting .394 with a .454 on-base percentage in one of MLB's greatest displays of offensive output. Yet the Padres were 47-70, 12.5 games out when the season ended. During these 3 seasons, Gwynn hit a combined .364, won 2 batting titles, made 3 All-Star teams, and posted elite defense, while San Diego averaged just 62 wins per season. The organization's inability to surround their Hall of Fame contact hitter with adequate pitching or power hitters meant Gwynn's individual excellence almost never made it to the postseason. His 3,141 career hits and 8 batting titles came despite spending prime years on rosters that otherwise couldn't compete, making his accomplishments even more remarkable given the losing environment. Steve Carlton. Steve Carlton's 1972 season remains the gold standard for individual pitching dominance on a terrible team. The future Hall of Famer went 27-10 with a .197 ERA, 310 strikeouts, and 30 complete games for a Philadelphia team that won just 59 games total. Carlton accounted for 45.8% of the Phillies' wins, the highest percentage in modern baseball history. His 27 wins were 20 more than the next Phillies pitcher, Darryl Brandon, who had just 7 wins, and the rest of the staff combined for a 32-87 record with a .437 ERA when you remove Carlton's ERA. Carlton led the NL in wins, ERA, strikeouts, complete games, and innings pitched, winning the first of his 4 Cy Young Awards. The Phillies scored just 3.22 runs per game, the second worst in the NL, yet Carlton still managed his remarkable win total through sheer dominance. He threw 8 shutouts and had 31 quality starts out of his 41 games started. Without Carlton, the 1972 Phillies might have lost 100 games. To put it all into perspective, Carlton's 12.1 B-WAR on the season was nearly triple the rest of the B-WAR on the Phillies combined, who had 4.8 total B-WAR between both hitters and pitchers, showing his complete dominance as a one-man army. Zack Greinke. Zack Greinke's 2009 Cy Young season stands as one of the greatest pitching performances ever wasted on a terrible team. Greinke went 16-8 with an incredible MLB-leading .216 ERA, an AL-leading .1073 WHIP, and 242 strikeouts for a Kansas City team that finished 65-97, 21.5 games out of first place in the AL Central. His ERA was nearly half of the MLB average of .431 that season. The Royals' offense ranked 8th in runs scored per game, and their bullpen repeatedly blew his leads. He allowed 3 earned runs or fewer in 28 of 33 starts, yet lost 8 games due to minimal run support. In Greinke's 8 losses that season, the Royals averaged just 1.9 runs of support in his losses despite his .187 ERA in those games. Kansas City's .483 team ERA compared to Greinke's .216 shows how he was essentially pitching for a AAA roster. His 10.5 WAR dwarfed any teammate, and the next closest was just 2.7.